With just more than 2 weeks to go until Edmonton chooses a new mayor, one candidate is calling out other current city councillors running for mayor over the city's environmental policies.
My clear memory at the time is we were advancing a number of climate initiatives. That was a priority for voters and for councillors. We had research that 73% of Edmontonians wanted City Council to take more action on climate change.
Michael Walters explaining his decision as councillor at the time to purchase 60 electric buses from manufacturer Proterra. That company filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection after it was found some buses in the fleet weren't fit for the road. Walters saying more work was needed in approving and investing in the buses, but saying the same is happening for other current climate and environmental projects.
We need way more rigor when it comes to policies or investments that are driven by people's values, like a more sustainable city.
Tim Cartmel telling me Friday morning he wasn't on council when the Proterra vote happened, but points to the neighborhood of Blatchford, saying city bureaucracy has made it difficult for the city to reach climate change goals.
I don't know that these climate change matters lay at my feet as much as they lay at their feet. I've got solar panels on my house. I collect all my rainwater. I haven't paid for electrical energy in a couple of years. I've done this myself in my own home, in my own way, and I can tell you there are simple ways to meet our ecological goals without layering them in bureaucracy and red tape and expense.
But Andrew Knack says the issues with Proterra are a reminder for city leaders not to jump headfirst into a project, something Knack says was learned with the city's hydrogen buses.
The City of Edmonton, in partnership with Strathcona County, purchased two, just to make sure that they can test it out to get a sense of how it works. And that was a pretty important learning from the electric bus piece. Don't rush into the technology, even though the provincial and federal governments were the ones that funded the vast majority of those. It's a reminder, you shouldn't always rush to take free money. It's why I had an issue with something like the event park in the downtown. Just because it's quote-unquote free money, it's still taxpayer money.
It comes as two new polls on the Edmonton election are released Friday. One poll from Abacus Data showing that Tim Cartmel is in the lead with 22% of voters saying he's their choice for mayor. But a new poll from Leger showing the race for mayor is tied between Tim Cartmel and Andrew Knack at 14%. Reporting from Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.